Hey, what is up everybody? Jason here. Today we are going to be building our CADA Prairie Dogs model. If you have been a fan of this channel for a while, you might remember the Prairie Dogs model that Kristal and I designed many years ago. CADA was interested in the model and we collaborated with them to come up with this. It's a lot more fun and vibrant than our original model. Yeah, so we're going to be building it today. I actually tried to stream building this a few hours ago, but my internet just decided to completely die. So this is a continuation of that build. I have already opened this set and we have some of the parts on the table, as we see here. I actually never got around to start building it in the previous stream, so you don't have to worry about missing anything. Yeah, so here we go. This set has 1,148 pieces. So it will take a while. I'll probably be here for a few hours building this up. It is available. I put a link, I pinned a link to the top of the chat if anybody's interested in actually buying it. I think it's like $75 US. As I mentioned, we did start to do this a little while ago, so I'm not at my regular time. So who knows who's all in the chat. Hopefully, maybe we'll get some new people. Apologies to those who were in the previous one. It just kind of ended very abruptly. Okay, who is in the chat? We do have some people in the chat, which is great to see. Madman Productions. Prairie dogs are so cute. Have a ton of them where I live. Yes, they are. It's one of the reasons why we built our original model. Zario, hello from Michigan. Oh, Dave Hedges is in the chat. I only just realized it's designed. Oh, this set designed by JKBW. Yes. We do have JK Brickworks signature, designed by JK Brickworks. This is the third JK Brickworks officially licensed CADA model. The previous two were the orrery and the safe. Brian the Brick is back. Excellent. Hey, Jason, I'm glad you got the internet fixed. Yeah, no, I didn't have to do anything. I mean, I did call technical support. They had no idea what was going on. A huge thunderstorm rolled through like a few hours ago. So hopefully it was just related to that. And hopefully it is back to regular performance. Multi-Maker Studios, let's pray it works this time. Yes, let's hope so. Oh, Bill is back. And Katya maybe. Glad to see you made it back. How did I get this set made? They approached me and it went from there, yeah. Oh, CJ, yes, is the intro text identical to the one in your orrery set? Yes, so here's the instructions. I have digital versions. I'm not sure if they're exactly the same as the ones that come in the set. Hopefully they are. Yes, this intro text is the same. It's pretty generic intro text, so just a little bit about me. Oh, Bill is still building the radio. Wow, man, you guys are taking your time, which is great. You get more bang for your buck the longer you take to build. Leo1, looking forward to seeing this built up. Hopefully your internet holds out this time. Yes, hopefully as well. I do plan to make like a long form video, kind of like a review of the set and showing the highlights, as well as probably a short. So if you aren't able to stick around for the whole stream, or if you don't want to watch the whole stream, you can catch that at some point in the future. Multi-Maker Studios, I'm here from Florida in my combination kitchen and living room. Excellent. Catalia loves Prairie Dogs. Excellent. Oh, our hamburger's back. Excellent. Glad to see you made it back. Jason obviously played too much Lego video games last night, so they cut off his internet. Yeah, probably. Okay. We're good to go. Yes. We got a little preview of, ooh, they showed little like cutouts of the mechanics. There are a lot of mechanics in this set, so hopefully we will see how that all works out. Oh yeah, there were 3 sets of bags in this set. I opened all the number 1 bags here in front of me, so we have those going on. Interesting that they call them A, B, C in the instructions, but they're actually 1, 2, 3 on the actual bags. But that is neither here nor there. Okay, on to building. Oddly, actually the color contrast is a bit odd in the PDF files. I wonder if they're any better in the real instruction manuals. Oh yeah, it's a little bit better to see. But we'll stick with the digital. I think we should be okay. So step one is building the base. There is actually quite a significant number of pieces in this, as it is a pretty complex model. And we do have to build up a large base to house all the mechanics. Well, I need a slightly longer brick there. Oh my gosh, TTPD rock climber. Oh, these lives are therapy. I mean, tell me more about your rock climbing. Kristal and I are avid rock climbers, so would love us some good rock climbing. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I guess I'll have to move these off to the side a little bit because the base is quite large. Actually, I can't remember how large this base is. I think it might be like 32 by 32. It might be a bit longer, a bit bigger actually. I guess we'll find out once it's all complete. But step number one, building up the base. How do you make your shorts like the motorized butterfly? Do you have to take them apart to film it? Brian the Brick, yeah. Yeah, I pretty much just rebuild them completely. If I do like a building short, assembly short, which most of them are, I'll usually just dismantle it and build it again. For a lot of models, I do have instructions, so it's not that big a deal to take them apart and rebuild them. Okay, do I got everything there? Yeah. I'll try and go reasonably fast because this does have a lot of pieces in it. So I just had lunch, so hopefully I won't get too hungry, but it will take a little while. Okay, I know I found one. Oh, there it is. No, that's a 2x2. I need a 2x2 with, oh yeah, there it is. And obviously there are a lot of brown and tan bricks in this, which of course I'm a big fan of. I think tan must be like one of my most used colors when we build stuff. Leo, ooh, nice fancy previews of the mechanisms. Yes. Oh yeah, this is where I believe this is where the front Prairie Dog will come sliding in and out. Uh, 1x8. Tile, there we go. And actually a lot of 3x3 plates, which I have actually started to use a lot more as well. I do find them pretty handy. What is the translucent blue floss pig looking thing on the right? Oh, this is CADA's version of a brick separator. It's very fancy, very organic looking. Step 1, play music. Step 2, build. Yeah, I do bouldering at Momentum. Oh, rock climbing is therapy too. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, excellent. It's a very good activity. I approve. phone should turn on do not disturb. Otherwise, we'll be inundated with notifications. Leo 1, I've yet to go climbing, but I've been bouldering for over a year now. Oh yeah, great fun. Yeah, we do both. We do pretty much everything. Bouldering, sport climbing, trad climbing. Not so much mountaineering, but that's scary. There's not a lot of huge mountains around here. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Does this set have a motor? Amin. No, I don't. That does not come with a motor. You can pretty easily add a motor if you want, but it does not include one. We will stick a motor on it by the end, I'm sure, as that is what we do. So I can show you how it can be motorized. Oh, one thing that's a bit different than in our original model is that this has rounded corners. Our original model just had square corners. Which gives it a nice, I guess, more polished look, I guess, if you could say. Oh. Better make sure it. Oh, I already did forget a piece. Terrible. There should be a 1x4 tile there. And the fun begins, where I forget pieces and skip over stuff. Okay, 1x4 tile. There he is, hiding. What is the blue thing? Blue thing is the brick separator. As discussed, climbing without ropes is much more fun because you get a sense of adrenaline. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's much more simple. It basically distills the climbing into its basic raw form. You don't have to worry about clipping, draws, or any of that stuff. You don't need a belayer partner to belay you. You can just show up at the gym, or, well, yeah, easy to show up at the gym because you don't need pads either. If you go outside, then you need some crash pads and spotters potentially, but bouldering in the gym is super chill. Ooh, we're jumping right in to some mechanics. Excellent. Bill, I remember when tan or sand yellow was the brand new exciting color. Yeah. Ah, yes. Old school. Back in the day was when there was only red, blue, yellow, white, and black. I believe are the original colors. Okay, 1x4. I mean, I do like the fact that we're jumping right into the mechanics. Usually, you know, it gives you can get stuff moving pretty early on in the build, which is always satisfying. Then you can like see how it all connects together throughout the entire build. So we've got a little bit of a drivetrain, rudimentary drivetrain going on already. Oh, Bill, I believe it came out with the Pirates. Oh, could be. I'm not up on my history of tan. I'm sure somebody can look that up, but that sounds plausible. Our Hamburg is building the rubricable of the 42-128 heavy-duty tow truck. Oh yeah, and 2,000 pieces over 80 centimeters long. Wow, awesome. I mean, rubricable is amazing. It's an amazing resource. It's really cool that so many people have instructions up there, myself included. A lot of alternate models, a lot of original creations. And one more gear. I think this is just an idler gear. Yeah. Well, yeah, this is for the prairie dog that turns its head. So we're using these soft rubber 1x2 I guess lift arms technically, but they're soft, so they're not actually, I guess some kind of, they're connectors, I guess. So we mount these at 180 degrees so that they alternate kind of paddles, and they will turn a disc that will rotate one of the prairie dog's heads back and forth. Five long. TTPD loves a mug. Yes. I mean, I still want to buy the larger version. I haven't needed to pad a Lego order in a while yet, so I'm still using the child-size mug. Anti-clockwise propeller. What was the collaboration with CADA on the set like? How different did it end up being from the original model you made? I did redesign it slightly. They were interested in having one of the prairie dogs. One of the prairie dogs in our original one basically like stood up and crouched down, but they wanted that prairie dog to open and close its mouth. So that I redesigned that for them, because prairie dogs do like to chirp and like scream at you or scream at other people. And then they did add a lot of decorations that weren't on the original model, which are pretty fun. But as far as the mechanics go, the mechanics of all the other prairie dogs are exactly the same. So mostly just superficial stuff related to the appearance. Dragon Shadow is so cool. So glad to see this become a set. One of the first videos I saw of yours and thought this needs to be a set. Cool. Thanks. I need a half bushing in there. Actually, I guess I should do these steps in order. That would always help. I do love building things out of order, but it's actually not a very good strategy. Excellent. This all seems to be working pretty well. Are all the prairie dogs easy peasy? Are these real Lego? These are CADA bricks. Brian the Brick, are the prairie dogs all controlled from one lever? Yeah, there's one crank at the back. Can you motorize it and make caffeine overdose prairie dogs? Yes, you can. We will be doing that shortly. Excellent. And as with any Technic model, Lego included, you need to make sure everything rotates smoothly as you build it, because it appears to be okay. Nobody likes building a complex drivetrain and then discovering that like they push the bushings on too tight somewhere and there's too much friction in the system. So it was about constant testing. Oh yeah, and this lever pushes the front prairie dog in and out. So we already have two mechanisms built on this drivetrain. This one pushes the prairie dog in and out, and this one will rotate the prairie dog's head. That's in the entrance to their burrow. Oh yeah, and I believe this is the one that will wag the tail. Better make sure we have this oriented correctly. Excellent. David Habnett, I know very little about CADA. What kind of organization is it? Do they use real or alternate Lego bricks? They produce their own Lego bricks. I'm actually not sure where they source them. I mean, it's a Chinese company. It's been around forever. It's like called Double Eagle. They do all kinds of stuff. They do like scale model, metal Gundam toys and such back in the day. They probably still do. I'm sure they do all kinds of other things as well. Oh. Obviously, I pushed that in too much. We're clearly going to add another brick to support this at some point. Excellent. Oh yeah, here it is. Just a 1x. And then we push this all the way in. All right, cool. Yeah, this one will wag the dog's tail. Cool, and it'll be driven. The drivetrain is already coming together. It's pretty cool. Killer, you're old. Yes. Thank you for noticing. I mean, we were waiting for your infinite... Oh, sets like Man in the Machine or the Infinite Domino Ring. Oh, man, yeah. You're going to be waiting for a long time for those. The problem with those... Well, the Man in the Machine is it's... I mean, it's just way too complex. And the performance is not 100%. I would definitely consider the Man in the Machine to be a like concept model. I don't think it's really suitable for mass production, unfortunately. The Domino Ring is also absolutely enormous. And it requires a intelligent control system, which means it probably would cost like $1,000. There are actually like a lot of pieces in it. It's also super repetitive to build. I mean, I have made instructions for it. They are available if you want to try and build your own, but it is definitely not an easy endeavor by any means. Okay, where does this go? Right here, I believe. Actually, I'm just going to jump ahead and make sure. Oh, we can't even tell if that's in the right spot. Let's just hope that that goes in the right spot. Okay. Oh, interesting. Oh, they're actually using this half lift arm to get a half stud offset. That's a cool little trick, actually. They did like slightly tweak some of the mechanics here. They will essentially do the same thing as in the original design, but especially when you make instructions, depending on what order you want things to go together, you might have to change the assembly procedure a little bit, and actually what parts you end up using. But that's kind of cool. They also slightly changed the drive, the actual, because in my original model I had it such that you could configure it for different motor systems, and also to be hand cranked. So that wasn't really a requirement for this model. So for this one, you can just tack a motor on the side. It just makes it much simpler to build. So they definitely opted for that strategy. Interesting that I built this. Oh, and then it goes over there, I see. And then I want a 1x4 plate and a 1x2 brick, which, there we go. Oh, it's interesting. Yeah. I forgot about this a little bit. Oh, I also need 2 of these. Clearly I messed that up. Let me just go back. Oh yeah, I need 2 of those. I need 2 1x6 plates at the bottom of this so that it's the right height. Excellent, there you go. Yeah, this would be where you connect the motor to it. Actually, I do have a separate, which is actually a good idea because most motors run a lot faster than you can hand crank them. So when you're hand cranking the model, you actually want it to run, you want that motion to be geared up. And when you're running it on the motor, you want that motion to be geared down a little bit, because otherwise you get a completely different experience in how the model behaves when hand cranking versus motorized, which is actually a kind of annoying thing you have to deal with. No, I also forgot a 1x6 plate somewhere in here. Way back. See, yeah, I completely, oh my gosh, user error. I used the wrong plate back here. Instead of 1x4, I want a 1x10. Both of these need to be on it. This is what it's like building with a Lego expert. Pinnacle, peak Lego performance here. Making mistakes all over the place. Sal, oh, I'm way behind on the chat too. Sal, hey, I'm really inspired by you. I'm from Netherlands. Oh, greetings from Netherlands. Thanks. Red, blue, yellow, green, black, white, gray, transparent. Original Lego colors. Yeah. Clearly that's from 10 minutes ago. Our Hamburg regarding rubricable. Yeah, it's awesome when you don't want to spend too much money, but you want to build something. Yeah, if you already have a set, more, especially Technic sets, more often than not, there are alternate models available on rubricable. So you can get a lot more bang for your buck. You get to build something cool without having to buy a whole new set. I forgot a piece. Yes, hopefully it's one of the pieces that I just remembered. Our Hammer, how are the parts when you compare them to building experience of the solar system or the safe? I mean, the parts are about the same, I guess. Actually, it's been a while since I built the solar system or the safe. TTPD, I'm going to eat lunch. Bye. Cheers. Thanks for joining. CJ, how is the brick quality compared to Lego? The basic bricks are essentially indistinguishable. They've really come a long way. Clone brands. Clutch power is really good. Like, really good. In fact, I'd say better than Legos. They don't quite feel as soft as Lego bricks do these days. The finish on the tiles is quite good. Yeah, I mean, overall, you'd be hard-pressed to tell the difference. I mean, obviously, they have CADA logos on all the studs, so you can definitely easily tell the difference. But even the transparent bricks, it's quite good. Oh, it's interesting. If you look really, really closely, the molds are slightly different. Like the side supports on these panels have a slightly different shape, but it's essentially the same piece. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Okay. Okay, that's it for the mechanics on this one. Now we're going to start building up the sidewall in the back here. Oh, another thing they decided to do, which is really cool, is they added transparent panels on the side so you can really see inside to see how the model works, which I was also a big fan of. I love seeing exposed mechanisms. So I was really excited when they did that. I should have really done that on our original model as well. But, you know, that was built a long time ago, so I probably had a different idea of what we wanted back in the day. Oh, the Kiwo is back. Hello again, internet is back. Yep, internet is back. Cross our fingers that it lasts this time. Okay, we're building a wall. Oh yeah, so this is where I believe there's just a technical hole in the back wall here. This is where the hand crank will pop in. As far as I remember, anyway. How does CADA bricks? Oh yeah, compared to Lego bricks, yeah, quite good. We just discussed that. Can't wait for the museum to be finished. How is it coming along? Oh, it's coming slowly. Actually, we haven't worked on it this week much. I have parts. 2 orders came in this week, and I'm waiting for a standard bricks and pieces order to arrive, which should arrive. I was hoping it would arrive this week, but it's looking like it won't arrive until next week. And then we can do a little more. I think next week we'll probably finish the whale exhibit or the water exhibit and the fossil exhibit, and then we can finish off like the bottom floor, the bottom 2 floors, and then we can start building it up again. But yeah, it's coming along quite nicely. I might live stream some part of it again this month. I'm not sure. We'll see where we are next week in terms of how far along we've come. Okay, here we go. We got the hand crank. Oh, nice. It actually, yeah, it moves really nice. Really smooth. Super cool. Even though I designed this model, it's still really satisfying to play with it, even after all these years. I guess when it comes right down to it, I just love tinkering with mechanical things, so it doesn't matter if I've done it before or not. It's super fun, super satisfying. Especially when you get like complex drive systems going on. It almost feels like magic. Even though you know how it all goes together. It's just very, very satisfying. Oh, Dave Hedges, I like the built-in manual or motor points. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it just makes it really easy to, you don't have to actually take anything out. If you want to stick a motor on it, just stick a motor on it. And you're off to the races. Oh yeah, we need a Technic plate with holes. This is for the prairie dog whose head moves up and down, or side to side, looks from side to side. And this is pretty much, as far as I remember, built the exact same way as the original. Even these anchor pins for the actual body of the prairie dog are the same. Did I get everything? That's the most important question. I think so. All right, and then we just put a Technic brick sideways on this, and this is how the body's built up. So we get a Technic hole that runs up through the body. The body is built sideways, essentially, which is pretty cool. Oh, interesting. What is... Oh, interesting. They have a 7-long axle with stop. That's cool. Lego does not have that version of that piece. And here's the Technic disc, which controls the motion of the head. Yeah, and then I added these two 2x2 plates here as like stoppers to limit the range of motion of the head. So even if the paddles slip a little bit or overshoot, the motion of the head will always be constrained to this range of motion. And then we need to rotate the model and make sure I put this on the right way. Oh, interesting. I do find it interesting we put this on already, even though we haven't. Personally, I think it would be better if we had put this next piece on first, but that is what it is. Yeah, you can see it rotates back and forth. That will essentially be how the head works, even though it won't be on that. Excellent. Okay. That appears to be working fine. Again, always test everything before you do the final assembly and make sure any nagging friction bits are dealt with. Okay, 2x4 plates, 1x2 plate. This is the back of the body. I actually do find it interesting that they decided to build this after attaching it all to the to the base. I think it may have been a bit easier to build it before putting on the base, but I don't know. It doesn't really matter in the end. It just makes the instructions like a bit busy with all the base in the background, but it achieves the same effect. So, and then because we have that axle running up through the body, we need to keep space for it, which is why we're using these panel or brackets to basically build a we're basically building a sidewall to our prairie dog so that there's a big space in the middle for the axle to run through. Corey Johnson, how old are you? Yeah, just ignoring the chat. Say like 12. Mate, my experience with CADA quality is good. I haven't big problems with their bricks. Yeah, I don't like on CADA sets only heavy stickered details. Yeah, there are a few stickers in this model, which we'll get to. Not a ton, but oh yeah, they're right here. Some fun little Prairie Dog stickers. There's 6 of them. Be careful, they will revoke your Lego expert diploma. Do you mix Lego and CADA bricks in your storage like a savage? No, I don't actually. I do keep them separate because mostly I do build with Lego, especially when I'm making instructions or because I make models and I want other people to build them. It is actually still easier for people to source Lego bricks. Although WeBrick is making it much easier to source clone bricks nowadays. So that may change, who knows. Okay, I put the body on, excellent. And I noticed I missed this 1x1 round, which I just put on. Hopefully I didn't miss too many other things. Are you getting the new cat set? Best at Star Trek? No, I doubt it. I'm not really a cat person. I don't need a model of a cat in my house. Are CADA bricks compatible with the Lego bricks? Brian the Brick, yes, they are. Our hamburger has to walk his dog. That's cool. The keyboard, I need this set. Awesome work. Oh, cheers. Thanks so much. It is a pretty fun set, I gotta say. Oh, and here we get a little glimpse at the top surface of the model. Okay, and we need to build I believe this will be the frame. What will this be? Oh, this is the frame for the Prairie Dog that the mouth opens and closes. So we're on to building. Actually, I think we'll have most of the mechanism built in the first bag. So all the complicated bits, because I think we're almost, well, actually the extension for the tail wagging will come later. But I believe we will have the mechanics for everything connected shortly, which will be cool. CJ, I love the building techniques in this build. Yeah, they're pretty awesome. I gotta say, I might be biased. Sorry, I know I'm kind of being dumb, but what's the difference between CADA and Lego? There's different brands of building bricks. Yeah, the logo on the piece is essentially Yeah, some people answered the question. Excellent. Dragon Shadow, welcome. Really not much difference. Oh, most people for a Lego brand. I mean, I think the set design in general for original sets, obviously Lego is the Goliath of the industry. They definitely have a lot of resources to put into design, and they do have a lot of cool licenses too. But some of the clone brands are actually quite good as well in that respect. And for example, CADA, I mean, obviously they gave me an opportunity to see some of my sets put into production, which is really awesome. Oh, Rosh is in the house. Hey, Jason. Oh, no, I missed the first 40 minutes. Oh, well, you didn't miss a ton, but always glad to have you in the chat. Wobrick is even better than Webrick. They distribute GoBricks. Oh, yeah. I think you can buy some GoBricks brand from Webricks as well now. But I don't really keep that much up to date on what's all going on in the clone brick marketplace. Okay, so we have this cool little mechanism here, which will raise and lower the prairie dog's mouth. And it's actually got a pause mechanism in it, which is I was super proud of when I originally designed it. It's pretty cool little mechanics. Oh, interesting. They're using the old version of this. Anyway, this piece with 4 bars on it. There's actually a newer version of this piece that Lego has, which I used in my original. But I'm pretty sure CADA modified this slightly to be able to use this piece. Okay, but we need to make sure that the cones we put on it, as you can see in the instructions here, are at the right distance away from the center to get optimal performance. Oh, and one thing that's different is when I originally designed this model, that piece that I just threw on the ground, these pieces didn't exist, these lantern pieces. So I actually had to use, I think I used telescopes here to get the right clearance. Because if you just put a 1x1 round brick there, it's actually too thick and these cones will hit it. But now that these pieces exist, it is a great option for that. That is really cool. Excellent. Yeah, so we put these 2 supports up. And then we will add another piece to anchor it all together. So now when we rotate this gear on the side, it will basically step that rotating cross piece 90 degrees every time we do a full rotation. It's basically like a stepper mechanism. Well, Rosh, congrats yet again for another awesome CADA collaboration. Thanks. Brian the Brick, do you think if I should go to my graduation feast? Oh, I have to pay even if I don't want to go. Well, then you might as well go and get fed. But yeah, only if you'll enjoy it, obviously. Our Hamburg, he will buy the set, but I think it should be square like the original. Yeah, that's fair. I actually don't mind the rounded corners so much. It is kind of interesting. It actually gives it a little bit of a unique shaping. Okay, make sure I have this oriented properly. And we do get these cool rounded panels to put in the corners. I think they mostly wanted to get some depth to the sides because there is some scenery and stuff that they added to the Burrow, which is pretty cool. I don't know when we'll get to see that. Probably in bag number 2, I would guess. Or actually, it might be... Oh, actually, I think it's the end of this bag. Oh, yeah. So here, we got these dark brown panels. So this is like a backdrop to our little Burrow. I think this is a really cool detail that they added. I better just look at the part list for these steps to make sure I use the right number. Then one of those. I already jumped the gun, putting that on there, as one does. Yeah, they added like a lot of cool little details for the Burrow. So like it's like a tunnel system going through the base, which I thought was really cool. I wish I had thought of it when we had designed our original model, because I think it's a great idea. So we're basically building a little tunnel system. I also find it's super interesting, these curved slopes. Oh yeah, you can kind of see the reflection. These are like the original 1x2 curved slopes that CADA designed. And instead of being smooth curves, they're actually segmented. But I think they're the only curved slopes they have that are segmented. I think it's like a throwback to when they were trying to differentiate themselves from Lego. But they're just rolling with it, which is pretty interesting. Okay, that goes there. So yeah, we get this like kind of cool little tunnel system going on down here, which I think is pretty sweet. Roche, how come they changed so much? It's a bit too clean looking, fully tiled off, and the cacti are too small. Like the body elongation mechanism better than the mouth opening included now. Yeah, I mean, those are fair points. You can like them as you like. As to why, I think they just wanted to, they probably wanted to differentiate it from the original model a little bit. And also I mean, I think they did want to add a lot of fun details to it. The totally tiled surface, yeah, I'm not like 100% on either. I think they could have left a lot of exposed studs and it would have still looked quite good. Hold on. Oh, I don't want to. Oh, yeah, I do want a 1x2 plate, which appears to be. Actually, this may be where. I'm not sure these instructions are quite up to date. I'm just going to get a. I'm sure that'll come up eventually. I always end up stealing parts from my collection to build models, and then I end up finding them at the end somewhere, either like knocked on the floor. It happens with pretty much all the models I build. Okay, yeah, we get some burrows, and then one more. Let's make sure I do all that right. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so we have this cool tunnel system. And actually, when we build the top surface, we're going to actually build some more pieces that come down into the tunnel system to finish it off. But now we get to use these fancy, super pristine, transparent, individually wrapped. I mentioned in the first failed stream that I started earlier today that all of the 1x6x5 brick high glass panels are individually wrapped, which is kind of crazy from a packaging point of view, but really great from getting super pristine parts point of view. It's awesome. And they're actually still the like true glass, completely transparent. Awesome. Okay, and then we'll do a little bit of 1x3 or 3x3, 1x4. Well, clearly I must have. Where's that 1x4 I took off? Who knows where it went? Excellent. Yeah, so here is part of the this is part of the tunnel system that we're building from above that like extends down into the model. So I'll make sure I put that in the right spot because nobody wants to have to take it apart. It almost looks like an ant colony, which I guess is a fair point because it's pretty much the same thing. Excellent. Oh, and disconcertingly, I have 2 1x6 plates left over. This does not bode well for... Oh, I also forgot to put that on. Let's make sure I didn't forget those 1x6 plates anywhere important. And of course, I forgot to put this in before I put all this stuff on, which is a real shame. Because I need to... That's why we have a brick separator. Just got to do a little bit of dismantling. So I can ram this in here the way it is supposed to go. Excellent. Okay, back in business. As usual, dismantling things usually results in having to rebuild things, but we're back on track. Okay. Where is the chat going? Okay, I think we're done bag number 1, except for these phantom 1x6s, which we forgot about. But I still don't know if these instructions are actually completely the same as the actual production ones, so you can chalk that up to slight differences, or I just screwed up somewhere, which is very likely. Okay. Oh, the Kiwo actually made a mock and ordered it from both Weebrick and Wobrick. Weebrick does have some color and connection issues, while Wobrick has an excellent quality. Oh, that's interesting. Some good anecdotal evidence. Rosh, did you buy any of the new gearbox and engine parts from the Yamaha Kawasaki Technic sets? No, not yet. I put they're on my wanted list, but I haven't picked them up yet. Lots of cool stepper gears, cams, and shift drum elements. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting some, but it's not really like a huge priority. I definitely don't need to buy the sets. They're kind of just on my wanted list, and I'll just pick them up whenever I get around to it. Do I have suits for formal occasions? Is that a question for me? Which brand do you buy? No. I have one suit that I probably bought 12 years ago. Who knows where I even bought it. You forgot to place the stepper segment inside. I think we're good to go now. Yeah. That was a bit painful to put that in there. To be honest, I like the mock a bit better with the studded look. Resembles more like dug up dirt. Unlike a construction set. Well, good news, you can still build it. Instructions are available. Okay, bag number 2. Or bags number 2. Oh my god, Dr. Incredible Evil Fish Face is in the house. Oh my gosh, what is this? an 8 by 10? Crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 8 by 12 plate. That's a new one. I'll put all these big bricks up here. Rosh, I have the Long March V rocket from CADA. And that set had several dozen individually wrapped transparent parts. I like that they still use polycarbonate and the pieces are crystal clear, yeah. Yeah, these panels are nice and clear as well. I really hope they don't transition like Lego did. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the milky transparent pieces either. What is this? A CADA set for ants? Yeah, you can just imagine that it's a prairie dog colony with an ant colony beside it. Okay, I actually could do some rearranging here. I'm going to put these small parts over here. These small parts here. And we'll make room for this right in the front and center. Excellent. Bad drivers of Lithuania. My son's theater and Benjamin are really excited to see final product of the museum. Yeah, they wanted to ask how many pieces will be in total. It's a great question, which we don't really have a good answer to. Somewhere between, I'm going to say like, well, maybe 10,000 pieces. Probably be a reasonable estimate, plus or minus like a few thousand. Wonder how these panels would look on the museum glass thing. Yeah. They're a bit wide. I actually just ordered new panels for the glass cube on the museum, which I have not tried out yet. But hopefully, what is this? A 2x10, I think. Oh no, it's a 2x4, oh, 2x6 and a 2x3. I see. Where's my 2x3? 2x6, 2x3. Excellent. I wonder how these panels would look. Oh, yeah, that's cool that they still let you sell your original instructions. Yeah, they don't seem to be too concerned about that. I think, again, that's one of the reasons why they differentiated. They wanted this model to look a little different. And honestly, I don't think it really impacts their sales at all. It's a completely different market, the people that will be willing and able to, you know, source bricks on their own versus people that just want to buy the kit and have it all presented to them. You definitely kind of have to pay attention to their instructions, though, I find. They're not quite as verbose as Lego ones, and then it's easy to put things in the wrong spot a little bit. But I mean, so far it hasn't been too bad, but it's definitely a slightly different experience. Interesting, yeah, because I already did put that one too far out. There we go. One by 6. Yeah, here we're starting to build up some of the upper surface of the model. They added a little rocky outcrop. Which is pretty cool. Again, they just wanted, I think, to add a little bit more detail to the model. Our original model is pretty minimalistic in terms of detail on the top. Okay, I need a 1 by, oh, there it is. Okay, good to go. 2 by 3. Two by 2 corner and 1 by 1 plate. Brian the Brick, why did you design the set? Do you like prairie dogs? This was actually Kristal's idea. She grew up in the prairies in Western Canada, so prairie dogs were a regular occurrence. A regular thing you saw. And I mean, we see them a lot when we go traveling in the summer out west as well. And they're super cute. So yeah, pretty sure it was her idea. She wanted to build a little model that kind of showcased some prairie dogs because she thought they would be cute, which obviously they were. And then she kind of came up with like a basic layout, and then I worked on some of the mechanics to figure out what we could make the prairie dogs do. And then we kind of just figured out how we could lay them out together, drive them via a single mechanism. And that's pretty much how it came to be. Tile. 1 by 2 tile. Rosh, I think I'll just buy the CADA version and leave the tiles and signs out. Yeah, I mean, by all means, you can definitely customize the look of it by like not including stuff. I mean, we'll see what it looks like when it's done. I might leave some signs off too. It does seem a little bit busy. From the photos, but the prototype I built, I never added all the details. So we'll see what it looks like when we add all the details. Yeah, and we'll see what it looks like. I mean, to me, obviously, building with bricks is all about customizing the model to the way you want it to look or behave. So that is a great strategy. Sorry, I'm concentrating on trying to find parts, which... Okay, I need a 1 by... What am I looking for here? A 1 by 2... Do I have one of those floating around? Interesting. Doesn't appear to be the case. Actually, I'm super curious if... they've changed this. Yes, they have. Interesting. This is probably why I was missing pieces previously. Because the final version is not quite exactly the same as the prototype they sent me. Interesting. I better start building off the book then. Just to make sure I don't accidentally screw anything up. At least for this rocky bit anyway. It all makes so much more sense now. Yeah. What I get for... I just assumed they would be the same or close enough, but obviously close enough doesn't matter when you have a specific inventory you're building off of. Okay. I don't think the rest of this is much different though, so hopefully we are good. Or at least what I've done so far. And actually, I don't think the rest of it is that different. Maybe I'll just go off the... It's a bit awkward, actually, to build from the real instructions when I'm streaming, so I think we'll go back to... I'll just kind of like glance at the instructions and make sure there's nothing obvious that's different as I go. Got a little rock wall. Yeah, because this all looks the same, so that's cool. Oh, Kristal's in the chat. Yay, we have the internet again. I should be home around 4:30. Excellent. Our Hamburg, do you ever think you will stop building? Did I answer that early? Stop building Lego? Yeah, I don't think I'll ever stop building Lego. I do take breaks every once in a while. Like in the summer when we travel, we don't really build much. And actually in the past, I have taken like time off at various points over the years. Sometimes you just need a little break. But I don't think I'll ever like completely stop. I find it it's very therapeutic. And I think it's a cool hobby. And obviously I have all this Lego, so what am I gonna... Might as well build. Might as well build with it. Jumper plate. Okay, there's gotta be a jumper plate around here somewhere. I will say that the number of parts in each like bag or step is quite large in CADA. I mean, whether or not you like the look of the tiled surface, you do get a lot of tiles in this set, which is I'm a big fan of. I use tiles all the time, especially tan ones. So, oh, and it's interesting that they, really interesting. They used to have different, like, head shapes, but these are now exactly the same as Legos. We've got some cool little vegetation. which I'm a big fan of. A little desert vegetation, it's pretty cool. Actually, while we have this instruction book out, I'm just really curious about that section I was missing. I don't know, it pretty much looks the same. I probably just messed up as usual. Okay. Back on track. 2 of these, 1 of those. And a 1x4 brick. Excellent. Oh yeah, this is actually part of the continuation of the little prairie dog burrow we have down here. These parts drop in as well. So we got a little burrow action. Okay, so this goes in here. That's cool. And we get 1 more plant to stick on there. Okay. That is coming along. What do we got? Let's hop off that corner. Roll my tiles in this bag. No, this bag. Yeah. Well, the thunderstorm has come back. It's starting to rain again. We do have a ton of these 2x6 tiles. But what I'm looking for, 1x1 corner tile. Well, there it is. There it is. Okay, back on the chat. Bad Driver Lithuania. Oh boy, when you read Theo's name, he got quite excited to hear it out loud. That's awesome. Rosa Francesca. I hope you find the right color for the glass window of the museum. Yeah. Yeah, I just bought new panels. They just arrived today, so I'm looking forward to trying them out. How about finding a clear plastic sheet of the right color and sticking it to the inside of the clear panels? Yeah. I mean, I don't want to modify the parts too much. I would rather just use stock Lego pieces. So, but we'll see. I mean, obviously, if we don't find anything suitable, then we will probably do some modifying, but I'd rather not if I don't have to. So I will exhaust all the stock Lego piece options before we resort to modifying stuff. Okay, building frames. This is the base of the one that opens its mouth. 1x4. Okay, 1x4, 1x8, 1x6. Excellent. Ooh, we got some dark tan ingots. Interesting. That's cool. Oh yeah, and we need a Technic plate again with holes. Again, for the prairie dog that opens and closes its mouth, we need to somehow actuate the mouth movement with an axle that travels up through the body. So the body will again be slightly hollow, just like the one that turns its head. One, two, three, four, five. Oh man, the rain is starting to come down again. It was absolutely pouring for a few minutes when the first thunderstorm rolled through. We even had hail. It was very dramatic. Okay, 1x3 tile, 2 1x4s. Excellent. I did leave the windows open upstairs though, so hopefully it's not gonna rain in too much. Rosh, luckily this isn't a Lego set or the inside would be full on rainbow. That is true, actually. Good point. It does actually have a consistent color palette inside and out, which is actually quite nice. I would say that it is a slightly more advanced build than... I mean, the model is pretty advanced. There's a lot of mechanics in this. So, you know, it's not like a 4+ Lego set. So I think they assume that anybody building it has some experience, which may or may not be good because it is quite a nice, like, colorful set. So I could see it being appealing as a gift, you know, for children. I don't know what the official age range on it is. It's 8+ is what it says, which, you know, is probably fine for any experienced 8-year-old that knows how to build with Lego. But I could also see some 8-year-olds being a little overwhelmed. Or maybe requiring a little bit of assistance. Obviously, everybody's skill set varies so much that it's hard to have a one-age-fits-all kind of recommendation. Okay, this is actually like the feet or base of the prairie dog. And we do get some cute little toes coming. The little 1x1 plates with teeth. Actually, I will say, I think if you actually like pay attention to the instructions and like get all the pieces for each step that's like indicated, you know, like it does become a lot easier. But because I know better, I just wing it and then that's when mistakes happen. Clearly, I do not know better. It's all part of the adventure and experience with building, in my opinion. If it's perfect all the time, there's no adventure in that. Rosh. Do you still have the prototype original mock? Compare it to the stream. Yeah, I do. Actually, it's right behind me. Actually, it's a bit modified. We'll pull it out at the end. Because I modified ours to have the mouth opening and closing. So I'm actually going to put that back to what we originally had. And I'll make a proper comparison video at some point. Since CADA doesn't use off colors on a lot more parts per building step, you have to pre-sort parts a little to find them easier. Kind of like you would do if you bought a secondhand set. Yeah. Good point. Yeah, it definitely benefits from doing a little bit of pre-planning. TTPD, wow, you've done a lot while I was gone. Yep. I would say the tiles look better than the Lego parts. Oh, yeah. Did you buy any of the BDP Series 2 sets yesterday? Yeah, I bought the Mushroom House. I was pretty excited to support Jonas. I mean, he's a super talented dude. And the model is phenomenal. I'm super looking forward to building it. It is a shame that you have to wait like 6 months before you get it, but you know, it is what it is. Nothing you can do about that. Oh, our first prairie dog tail. And we got a couple more tiles. I wasn't too interested in any of the other ones. Like, I don't build buildings much, as everybody knows already, so I had no real desire to get any of the other ones. The Kiwo, I find it very interesting how you and Kristal, yeah, it's fine, it's with an I, but you got the K right, so that's cool. Perfectly embody my favorite topics, Lego and geology. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yeah. And engineering. Oh, as I'll start studying this at university. That's cool, yeah. I mean, that'll be great. I think Lego is a great... well, actually, there are a lot of people attracted to Lego. Obviously, artists are attracted to Lego. There's a lot of super talented artists in the Lego community. But, like... there's also quite a few engineers. I think like the problem-solving aspect of designing your own models really appeals to like those with an engineering mindset. Okay, yeah. So here we have the back of this prairie dogs coming together. And then we got the front. Wow, this step of pages is crazy. It's not, normally you have like 4 steps in a square kind of thing. Decided to go willy-nilly with it. I'm just curious if it's actually the same in the official. Yeah, it's the same. Okay, yeah, and this is what we're using to actuate. Yeah, so the way I designed it is that the whole front of the prairie dog moves up and down and the mouth just rests on it, which is pretty interesting. So the mechanism at the bottom will push this up, and obviously it'll be constrained a little more once the body of the prairie dog comes together, and that'll push the mouth up and down. So what are we building now? I think we're building the head. And then we're just using black beady little eyes and nose, black 1x1 rounds. Ah, super cute. Super cute little prairie dog. Rosh, I would love to see one of your mocks amongst the BDP submissions again. Or did you give up because it's too much hassle and the wrong target audience? I mean, I keep thinking about adding another model to it, but yeah, I don't think it is the right audience though. As I just mentioned, I'm not really into building buildings, and like, I mean, I think it would be cool to see different types of models in the BDP, but like realistically, everybody wants modulars and castles and some trains, you know. So I think it's just like, it's really hard to drum up enough interest from people when you're competing against all the other people that just want modulars and castles. I think Jonas did a fantastic job. I think it's just because the mushroom house is just so amazing. It definitely stands out so much because he's such a talented designer. That he was able to get some success there, which is pretty awesome. But I mean, that's fine. I'm perfectly happy not participating in the BDP and seeing what other cool stuff people can build. It actually is probably better that way because I don't spend any money on any of the sets. Okay, here we're putting... if it was actually full of kinetic sculptures, then I would be broke. Jessica, your channel is so cool. You give me a lot of inspiration for my Lego creations. Cheers, thanks. Maybe CADA just needs to split up the sets into more bags and then the part search would be quicker. Yeah, I think this would benefit from a few more bags. I'm building the T-Rex skull from Lego at the moment, and for 577 pieces they use 6 numbered bags. Wow. Yeah. If the Lover House, I'm not sure what that is, Lego idea became a set, would you buy it? Since I don't know what that is, probably not. French City Connection, do you primarily use battery packs for your builds or have you used anything like Mindstorms before? Oh yeah, I've definitely used Mindstorms before. There are a lot of Mindstorms builds on my channel. If you go back into the history, I build a lot of robots. Robots are super cool. I'm actually really curious if they changed the build of this mouth at all. No, it's the same. Cool. Okay. This is one area in the model where it's slightly different than, or the mechanics slightly different than, where's my 1x1 bushing? Yeah. I designed this with Lego parts and sent it to them, and it didn't quite work out with their parts, so they had to slightly modify it. Just because the tolerances are like ever so slightly different on the CADA versions of the parts. So they had to tweak it a little bit to make it work. The chat is very, no, the chat's actually not that far behind. I'm just really friggin' slow at reading it. I'm trying not to just read through all the chat when I take a break. I gotta like alternate between responding to chats and building. So as a result, I'm way behind on the chat. But, oh, I love Jonas Mox. Yeah, I mean, Jonas is like, like I said, a phenomenal designer. I had the pleasure of meeting him at Scarebeck many years ago, 2019, I think. So like 4.5 years ago. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, putting the mouth in is a little bit tricksy on this. Oh, actually, I built this wrong, so that also doesn't help. Forgot a plate. But the mouth kind of just sits in here. It is supported on the left side by that plate. And it's supported on the right side by that axle, which just goes into a stud hole, basically. And then so as you push the body up and down, the prairie dog screams. Well, round 2 were no castles. Oh yeah, I guess no castles. So that's a plus. A lot of buildings though. And the train doesn't seem to sell very well. So yeah, train, I mean, obviously there is a very passionate train community in the Lego community. But it's a good illustration though, because there are quite a few people that are passionate about the Lego trains. And we get to see how well a Lego train set sells, which is not that great compared to the modulars and the castles. So if you can imagine how much smaller the number of people that are passionate about kinetic sculptures is, I'm pretty sure they would not sell well either. But you know, maybe I'll try and build something else. I don't know. We'll see. Never say never. TTPD. I hate when I play with one of my Lego sets and then I put it back on the shelf and realize a piece went missing. Oh yeah. Oh, a really angry old man is back in the house. Okay, so we have a prairie dog that opens and closes its mouth. And yeah, now we get to stick it. Oh, which I also clearly forgot a piece on this. Stick it on here, but I also used the trick to rotate it at an angle, which is pretty cool. Same trick as we did for the Endor Pursuit model. The base of the Prairie Dog is a 6x6 plate, so we can actually rotate it so that we connect the opposite corners to the 6x6 plate on the base. So we get a prairie dog sitting at an angle, which is just a little bit more interesting. And then we can make him talk like I'm a puppet. Like I'm a puppeteer. Okay, and then we do need to actually add a little platform underneath to activate. Because I did design this to be intermittent. So we have a little bit of a platform underneath here that gets pushed up and down, and that actually alternately rests on the cones. And then when it goes again, it actually falls down. thing keeps, until this is actually connected to the prairie dog that gets pushed out the front, it actually does get stuck sometimes. But that does get fixed. Okay, so in theory, that all still works. So now this should just rest on here. Let's see if it actually still works. Excellent. So we have a prairie dog. So every once in a while it'll scream, and then its mouth will stay closed for a little while. That's pretty cool. Actually, I'm going to adjust this a little bit. I think this opening and closing mouth mechanism is probably kind of the most finicky of the whole build. But there we go. Cool. Oh, Lover House Taylor Swift related. Yeah, I would definitely no interest in that. But I'm sure if they ever produced one, it would sell like hotcakes. Okay, back to building. Rosh. Oh yeah, I use a lot of circuit cubes, which are pretty awesome, I gotta say. It's great to know. I'll go back to watch those. I'm building the Eiffel Tower in minifig scale. Oh, with working elevator. Whoa, minifig scale. Man, that thing's gonna be enormous. Yeah, I just busted out, actually, the last live stream we did. Wasn't that the walking? I used the new Mindstorm set for that. I guess it's not new anymore. The latest, let's say. Okay, where does this go? Did I get all the pieces for that? Yeah, I think so. All right, this is for the channel. Oh, prairie dog comes out. Oh, I think that's what we're building now. Excellent. Two by 6. Paul, nice to get some streaming after the first attempt earlier today. Yeah, thumbs up from Netherlands. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, I really wanted to get this built today so I can make some like content around it next week. So maybe I'll post a short or film a short and do a little mini set review. Just make like a short little long form video showing people the highlights if they're interested in it, so they don't have to sit through the live stream. So yeah, I really wanted to get it built today. So even though I'm not streaming at my regular time, had a free afternoon, so here we are. If Bricklink does its job, I'll be building the Da Vinci flying figure soon. Oh man, that is an old model. Just rediscovered that freedom from an old video I watched. Already looking forward to building it. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely showing its age. I had, I took it apart a little while ago. Well, a little while ago, probably like years ago. But when I did take it apart, I did notice it's not the best design thing in the world. If I were to do it again, I would definitely design the mechanics differently. It does have a tendency, if you run it for a long time, it will like pull itself apart a little bit. So yeah, it's not the best thing in the world. Definitely showing its age in terms of design. Also, it's so old. I mean, that thing has got to be like 10 years old, I think. I'm sure it would benefit just from a lot of the new parts that exist now. Even just gears. I think there's new gears that exist that I think would make meshing the gears a bit better. Or give more options. I do think occasionally about revisiting that model because I think it could be improved quite a bit. But there's so many models that I could revisit that it's hard to choose which ones to do. Oh yeah. So what do we want here? We want to one by. Oh man, I'm like jumping ahead all over the place. Okay, I gotta like focus and just do these in order. Oh my god, I'm terrible. Absolutely terrible. It helps to do the steps in order, Jason. You can do it. Oh, I think I know what the problem is. It's snack time. I'm probably starting to get hungry. Losing focus. We got some cute little feet again. Rosh, I think your motorized ski lift, a nice hut would sell well on BDP. Yeah. Or if you do something like a larger kinetic animal with realistic movements like a horse or a bird dragon. I mean, I think it would be, yeah, I don't disagree, but I'm already selling kits to the ski hill anyway, so it's I also find it difficult when I've already completed a model. Oh my god, this cliff bar is like impossible to open. Like the ski hill is done. It's hard to motivate myself to like submit it to BDP and then have to wait like, you know, a year and a half. For it to actually be released. You know, when I can just release the instructions and put it on Build-A-Mock and people can buy it in like a week. Okay. One more 10 of these. Oh, and we get the black, old black eyeballs. And even still, I think you might be overestimating the interest in kinetic sculptures. The only reason the ski hill is super popular is because people can put it in their winter village. So really, it's just, again, a city. It's a city set. It's related to buildings. Okay, look how cute that prairie dog is. Isn't he cute? Oh, yeah. Or she, or it. So cute. And then we put a little plate to constrain it. Which doesn't have the right height. Why is that? Oh no, I think we're good. Oh, because I just... Oh, interesting. I'm surprised there's no tile. Anyway, it's just a support issue. I'm surprised there's no tile there. When you press down on that plate, it tends to push the tail down too much. Naglis? Where do you get all the ideas from? Yeah, isn't that the $1 million question? All about ideas. Oh, interesting. Here's definitely where the instructions differ again. Oh, interesting. Yeah, they've completely changed how this is built. I mean, it achieves the same effect, but it's... Instead of using these larger snot bricks, we're just using 1x1s. Yeah, but where do you get all our ideas from? I mean, ideas come from all over the place. Open your eyes. I mean, yeah, they come from everywhere. I mean, this idea just came from the fact that we see a lot of prairie dogs in our travels, and Kristal grew up out in the prairies, so she just thought it would be really cool to make some prairie dogs. Whenever you see something, just ask the question, could I build this out of Lego? And the answer is always yes. Yes, you can. It might not be exactly the same as whatever it is that inspired you, but you can definitely make a Lego version of it. I made a Lego version of a particle accelerator, so, you know, if you can make a Lego particle accelerator, you can make anything. I also put this on backwards, I noticed, so we're gonna take that off. I need an old school big brick separator. Interesting. Did I actually build that correctly? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Yes, we did. So yeah, put that in there. Put that in there. Put our prairie dog back in. Excellent. Are we back to the same again? Oh, I did forget 2 1x1 plates. Bill, he did make a galloping horse. Yeah. Actually made 2 galloping horses. One Technic one and one System one. Abzal. I don't hate you or ignore you. I'm just really bad at reading chat. Rosh, thanks for doing the build stream review. I was tempted to buy the set during CADA's anniversary sale, but really wanted to see it first and how well it runs in real life. Yeah. Brian the Brick, what's that? That's a Cliff Bar. They're pretty tasty, I guess. I mean, it's like a protein bar, whatever, energy bar kind of thing. I usually don't eat them at home, but we usually use them when we're out, like doing stuff, big day climbing or hiking or whatever, and you just need some energy. Or streaming, apparently. Oh, I need 2 of these. Oh, interesting. I'm actually curious if these are built the same way now, too. Oh, yeah. These ones are. Yeah, but then again, these snot bricks are slightly different in the finished model. G Giraffe, I saw your order reset a few days ago at Barnes and Noble. Wow. I mean, are you sure it's my order reset and not the Lego one? Brian the Brick, are those the expired ones? Actually, that's a good question. It didn't taste very good compared to... it's like November 2023, so it's not that bad. It's not like the 7 years expired ones. Bill, I just found out I missed... Oh, 1 by 1, 23 steps ago. Oh, man, that hurts. Oh my God, French City Connection, the Eiffel Tower, 25 feet tall. That's insane. Like where do you even like work on that? Like how do you even build that? Not in your living room, I assume. That's crazy. Okay, hold on. I have definitely gotten ahead of myself because, yeah, these have to be built a bit different. Enthusiastic Bananas in the house. What's up? Thanks for popping in. Long time no chat. We are building prairie dogs. Okay. We got that all sorted. Excellent. A little entrance to the burrow. Everybody loves that. Now I need a 1 by... Oh, okay. 1 by 6. 1 by 2. Oh yeah, now we're just building up some walls. Building a wall. as one does. And another corner plate. Yeah, they did decide to tile all these, which I think they would look fine studded, because it is supposed to be like broken, kind of exposed earth, but I guess maybe they figured if they make it dark brown, it'll look like freshly kind of turned soil. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but they didn't really need to tile it, I don't think. Ooh, 1x10 tile. That's a piece that does not exist in Lego. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, now we're tiling up the top. 2x3. 2x4, 2x4, 2x4 plate. French City Connection. It's going to be in sections until I'm able to build my building to put my city in. Yeah, that's next level when you have to build an actual full-on real building to fit whatever Lego building you're building. It's a lot of buildings in one sentence. Okay, now we're building the top of part of the surface again. But yeah, I bet if you wanted to customize this to have a little bit more exposed studs, you just could leave out some of these tiles. And then you could use the tiles for building your own custom models. All these tan tiles I am drooling over. They are pretty useful depending on what you build. Okay, 1x2, no, 3x3, 2x3. Brian the Brick, I have no idea how the prairie dogs are going to fit in the tunnels. Yeah, the tunnels on the side are obviously they're an artistic interpretation of what tunnels look like. Lego is art, so not everything has to be 100% functional. Or even realistic for that matter. Enthusiastic Banana. I haven't caught many streams since I started doing mornings at work, but this one's going late enough I made it after work. Yeah, actually you missed all the drama. I had internet outage at regular time. So my internet was out for like 3 hours. And it cut off like 10 minutes after we started at our regular time. So, but I really wanted to build this today, so I decided to just do a late stream. And obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but this is actually quite a large model. It is like over 1,000 pieces, so it's gonna definitely take a few hours to build. We got some fun little desert flowers again. Put that on the wrong, better put that in the right spot. I mean, I do like the desert vegetation they have. I would have, now that I look at it, I would have added more to our original model as well. Okay, and then, yeah, this will just pop in here. Hopefully that fits. Excellent. Make sure everything still works. Yeah, this guy now comes in and out. Mouth opens and closes. This head should turn. I'm just gonna stick a plate on it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. Got some turning action. Obviously, an actual prairie dog head will go there. Okay. Big pieces. Yeah, the blue, that's the CADA's brick separator. It's not so much a brick separator as just a pry bar. It does have a lot of cool little nubby things on it to like push pins out, push bars out. It actually doesn't actually have any studs on it, so if you want to like just separate two bricks, maybe they just assume everybody's got a Lego one already. Oh, G Giraffe. The orrery he saw, or they saw, was... Yeah, it had our name on it. Oh yeah, it must be the CADA one then. I mean, that's crazy. It's cool. I have not seen it in any stores. Okay, come on, get out of there. Okay, last bag. More bags. Clearly we're at like averaging a little over an hour for each bag, so still probably got an hour left. Those tunnels are for real ants, yeah. Yeah, now that summer's here, we have seen a few little ants in the house. I mean, it happens. It's nothing crazy though. Maybe I need to start an ant colony in our prairie dogs. Okay. We're like halfway through the surface. We still have 2 more prairie dogs to build, or at least the head on this one, and finish it up. Oh, but I think we're on the next instruction booklet. Yeah. Which just starts with no preamble. And the first thing we're doing is building the wagging tail mechanism. Aviation Geek at Colorado. I love your channel. Huge fan. Oh, thanks. How many pieces are there? This set has 1,148 pieces, I believe. I better open this instruction book, make sure nothing's... Just in case we need to reference it, in case anything's changed. And for the wagging tail, we basically just have this long actuator arm, which extends inside the base and up. The tail basically extends from the top into the model, and then it's connected to do its crazy wagging action. What do I need? I need the pin with a hole in it. So basically this is the tail. We just need a cone on top. So basically this long arm, yeah, this tail will be anchored at the back of the prairie dog, and then as you rotate, tail will wag. And it's geared up quite a bit, so it goes a lot faster than the rest of the models. Oh, Eric's in the house. Sorry I missed the start, Jason. Oh, no worries, man. Last bag, yep. ZU Taylor. Brian the Brick, how do you deal with the ants in your house? Do you stomp them flat or spray them with bug spray? Oh, I mean, there's not that many ants. Just like the occasional one. A few years ago, we did have like big ants, like a 1.5 centimeters long. And for those, I did have to buy some like, basically like poison food for them to eat, take back to their nest. But you know, otherwise, this year so far, there's only been like one or two here and there every once in a while we see. It's not that big a deal. And they're just the tiny, super tiny ants. Okay, I believe on this side we just have like glass windows that go through to the interior so you can see what the see the mechanism running. Which again, I thought was pretty cool. I do love seeing mechanisms. Yeah, so don't push too hard. Oh my gosh. Also, don't lift it up when it's not connected properly. So yeah, so here we're gonna have some little glass see-through windows. They could have probably made them bigger actually, to see the mechanism. And we get our glass, individually wrapped glass panels again. Super cool. Rosh, I bet it will take only a couple more years until we will see more alternative construction sets on regular toy store shelves. Yeah, it's hard to say. I bet it'll vary a lot on region of the world. Kobe and Mega are already pretty popular in Europe. Yeah, I won't be surprised. It's weird, in Canada, I mean, Mega Bloks is from Canada. And yet they have a really small section at like the Walmart shelves right now, even like less than they used to. And for a while there were more like Block Tech, again, another generic brand. But they kind of, like a few years ago, there was quite a few on the shelves. And then they kind of disappeared again. I don't know if it's because they just aren't willing to market well enough or push their product into the stores, or Lego is like actively discouraging retailers from carrying other brands. Or maybe they're just not as successful, which is also a possibility. If they don't sell a lot, then retailers will drop them, I'm sure. Okay, we're tying the sides in to the core frame. I mean, if anything in this model, you do get a lot of basic plates, bricks, and tiles, which is actually pretty rare these days in a lot of Lego sets. Rosh, yeah, and most buy online where the selection is much greater. Yeah, absolutely true. Pioneer 4x4 joining in at the end. But individually wrapped pieces is nice. Yeah, each of there were 8 panels, each individually wrapped. Also, there's still a long ways to go. So you're not quite joining at the end. Probably still have like another hour. Might be the longest of my streams ever. Okay, I need a wedge plate. Somewhere in here there's a wedge plate. And a 1x2 plate. Dark tan. I better consult the instructions. Are we actually doing the same? No, we're not. That would explain things. Like, why don't those pieces exist? It's because My prototype instructions are no longer accurate. Again. Okay. One of those 2x2 and an angled tile. And that 1x1 I just took off. Then we're back. Are we back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Uh, 2x6. 2x6, 2x3. Okay. Okay, I think we're back to following the instructions again. Two by three tile. Mate. Some discussion. Yeah, Kobe is good, but technical products are special for this set. Interesting. Mega have interesting company, interesting licensed sets, but parts look cheap. Yeah, I haven't bought a Mega Block set in a long time. The last one I bought, I think I bought Pikachu many years ago. Yeah, the parts weren't great. Eric, still using the old cup. Yep. Did you finally decide on which large one you're going to get? No. I'm still waiting to pad out an order. Andrew B, I noticed differences in the print and digital instructions. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just because the digital versions of these instructions were like prototypes. How much did CADA re-engineer your original design for production? Engineering-wise, it's not much different. The drivetrain is pretty much the same. There's a little bit difference where the input is, so you can hand crank it or stick a motor on the side. But that's pretty much it. Rosh, Lego is just suing everyone left and right. Hence, CADA is doing a lot of own element design to prevent design infringements, and they started getting premium licensing deals. And in Technic, better sets. Yeah. Oh, Dr. Random's in the house. Hey. Yeah, they even picked on HA Bricks for selling custom printed or train axles with bearings for the train community. Oh man, next up they will probably sue the custom train track companies too. Well, they better not, since I'm still officially part of FX Bricks, so, you know, definitely don't want to see that. But yeah, it is unfortunate they're so litigious in their protection, you know, which is fair. They should do whatever they feel they need to do to protect their brand. But there is room for a lot of players in the space, I think. Brian the Brick, your longest stream is 319. Ooh. current stream is about 2.5 hours, so you still need to stream for another 50 minutes. Oh, man. I mean, we might get there. There's still a lot of pieces on the table. Okay. And at least I have food this time, so I'm not going to get too hangry. What are those? 1x6s. Although most of this is basic bricks, so hopefully won't take too long. Oh yeah, okay. So here we got this panel. We got to make sure we bring the tail up through before we connect this all together. I just want to make sure that's all good. Yeah. Ooh, we got our first sticker too. Well, it's not in the print. It's not in my digital instructions, but it's on the printed ones. We got a little sign we're building. I mean, if I stream long enough, Kristal will come home, and then maybe she can pop in and say hi. Okay, I need a hinge base. Oh, there it is. Happy Prairie Dogs. Look at me, I'm putting stickers on. That's crazy. I never put stickers on, so this is going to be terrible. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Happy Prairie Dogs. I don't know if it's a English translation thing. I think they were originally going to put things like Happy Groundhog Day and stuff, but I don't know if they decided that that was too specific to like North America, or who knows. I don't know all of the inner workings in why they decide certain things, but I'm mostly just concerned about the mechanics of the model. So okay, we're back to bricks. Oh, and there's actually quite a few 1x10 tan tiles in here. It's crazy. I mean, one thing I will say for clone brands is that you do get some interesting parts that Lego, it seems to be unwilling or uninterested in producing, which is kind of cool. I mean, not that 1x10 tiles are like absolutely necessary, but it is interesting. Oh, Tricks and Bricks is in the house. Oh, I'm way behind the chat again. Oh my god. Brian the Brick, where do you usually go rock climbing? I mean, locally, either the gym in the winter, Altitude Canada, or Calabogie. There's a lot of bouldering and climbing, Calabogie area. It's probably the local spot we go to the most. Pioneer 4x4, I have your pursuit of flight and made the Snoopy versus Red Baron for it. Oh, it's awesome. I love modifying other people's ideas. But I can't seem to come up with ideas on my own. I mean, yeah, it's hard to come up with ideas. Brian the Brick, by the way, where can I find the digital instructions? Actually, I have no idea. I'm using the digital instructions they sent me for the prototype, which is actually slightly different than the finished model, as we've determined. So that's not great. But apparently they have them on their site, I guess. I should have actually re-downloaded them from their site, obviously, first. But I was kind of in a rush to start, and then I just went with the ones I had, which was obviously not the best idea. Ape Bunny, I love 3D printed Lego-like bricks on a bigger scale. Oh yeah. Scaled up Mox, here I come. I mean, that also sounds like pretty pricey. Oh no, I stuck these together now. I put them in the wrong order. Do you use CADA bricks in your other models as well? Generally, no. As I mentioned before, especially if I make instructions for a model, it's just easier if I stick to Lego pieces. It's easier for people to source the parts. Oh, I need 2 of these. The dreaded 2 times. Oh, where the heck are the other? Interesting. Oh, there's one. Dark tan. Why? Just hiding. Which means I need to find another 1x1 corner round tile, which is a bit of a challenge in this mess. I'll just finish that later. Let's be honest. It's not critical what order those go in. Oh man, way behind the chat. Do you boulder or climb on the big walls? Both. Yeah, Tricks and Bricks in the house. Awesome. Cool. Didn't know you founded FX Bricks and are also behind the cool 9-volt tracks. I mean, Michael is mostly running FX, well, pretty much exclusively running FX Bricks now. And he's the brains behind all the 9-volt track system stuff. I was just involved a little bit in the PFX Brick. Always wanted to buy those, but have so little space in my apartment for large train layouts. Yeah. Kiwo, the longer I look at the set, the more I want it. Ah, thanks. I live in Pennsylvania, and I've been to... Punxsutawney. Phil is the best. That's awesome. Groundhog Day. Represent. Pro tip, use a clear tape to place stickers precisely without touching the sticky side. Ah, yeah. Pro tip. I am definitely an amateur, so I don't need no pro tips. I just wing it all willy-nilly. Tricks and Bricks. Finally going to eat dinner. Oh, excellent. Dr. Random, I love the Happy Prairie Dogs sticker. It is pretty fun. It is pretty fun, I will say. Oh my god, how, like, sometimes I just wanted you to show me a picture of the piece on the model. It's hard to follow the arrows sometimes. Okay, I think that's it. Hopefully, yeah. Oh yeah, I guess we're building the entrance to the burrow. Oh, but that's actually not. Oh, I think that's supposed to be a longer one. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, interesting. I do need to put a thing on this. Brian the Brick, do you go skiing? If you do, could you tell me where? Actually, there's really great. We pretty much only cross-country ski now. Because the downhill skiing is not that great in Eastern North America. Usually we just go locally, honestly. There's actually some great trails, like just down the road in the winter. Although we only managed to make it out once this year because there was such little snow. We did not. Yeah. Just wasn't great conditions. Oh man, I got a mismolded piece. Crazy. This is a 1x2 plate. It's like slightly missing. It's like didn't quite get enough plastic in it. One by two of those. Corner plate, which I just dropped. And two 1x8 plates. Dr. Random, I would be fine about getting Lego clone sets. I just wouldn't mix it with my actual Lego because that just feels illegal. Yeah, you're just a victim of big Lego. The brainwashing is real. I feel you though. I mean, I don't mix my pieces either. Mostly just because I don't buy a lot of clone bricks and they usually just stay together. Okay, 4 of these. We're building the side of the entrance to the burrow. So we have our little burrow hole. I'm just going to make sure this is all built the same way in the final version. It appears to be, so we're good. Forgot to place the corner piece under the curved plates in the right corner. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't find the 1x1 corner tile yet, so just waiting until that like bubbles up to the surface so I can finish it. Plus for large stickers, oh yeah, some discussion about sticker placement. Received the 3-in-1 Cozy House as a birthday gift, and it got me excited to collect Lego again. Oh yeah. Sarah, that's awesome. I started with the Speed Champions series of kits. Yeah, I mean, the Speed Champions series are pretty sweet. I mean, they're really good size, nice and small. They're really well designed. Some really cool building techniques. So yeah, they're super cool. One by 6. I'm just going to collect the parts before I build. That way I know I won't miss anything. One by 2 plate, 1x3 plate, 1x2 brick, 1x3, 1x4. Brian the Brick, why do you always eat expired snacks? So why don't you eat them before the expiration date? Very good question. Mostly because I probably brought this down here a while ago and just never bothered to eat it. Don't worry, we eat enough of them. Normally they aren't expired when we do eat them. Maybe I just want a hearty gut biome. So how long have you been building for today? Well, I didn't restart the stream until like 1:30, so almost 3 hours. Yeah. Expiration date is just a suggestion, as Rosh pointed out. Does this set come with any spare of those 1x2 pieces? Probably not, I would guess. So I will have to dip into the Lego. Interesting. Something is definitely not right. That's unfortunate. I put that in the wrong spot. Ah, darn it. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, our mound with a hole in it is coming along. Very exciting. What do we got going on here? But yeah, I think this mound they could have left studded and it would have looked really good. But I guess they like tiling things, so I wasn't... I mean, it's not that critical. Oh yeah, Mate. Yeah, the clone brands are making more interesting pieces, which we've discussed. What are you going to do with a mismolded piece? Do you have a replacement? Yeah, I mean, I definitely have a replacement. I'll stick it in my bin of broken pieces, which is absolutely full of Lego brown pieces. By the way, what tea are you drinking today? Oh my god, we haven't even discussed the tea. It's called... I can't even remember now. Dragon spice or something. It's like cinnamon, ginger, cloves, and such. It's either like red dragon or spice dragon or something. I don't know. Rosh and tons of stickers on the Speed Champions, yeah. I'm not a big sticker fan, so that is not my favorite, but I just don't put the stickers on the Speed Champions. But I mean, I never keep models together anyway, so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. Interesting. Oh, interesting. It's like an instruction error. Did they fix it on the real? Oh, interesting. They slightly changed it. Oh, no, never mind. My bad. It is fine, perfectly fine. Okay. I was just looking at the wrong step, as I always do. Always building 2 steps ahead. Making mistakes. Okay, the mound is coming together. Dr. Random. Honestly, I feel if it's a clone Lego piece, the Lego actually makes it. Wouldn't be as big a deal to use it in a Lego build. Yeah. My very first SC StarCraft sets already started to get peeled. Oh, Speed Champion sets. Peeled off stickers, especially on curved pieces. Oh, that's a shame. Have you ever tried some Danish snacks? And if so, what kinds of snacks did you try? Ooh. Oh, man, I can't remember. I mean, I've been to Denmark a couple times, but it was so long ago. I'd be hard-pressed to remember if I... I mean, one of the members of our club is a big fan of Danish snacks. Oh, what's the one called? Kanzakea? Something like that? I don't know. It's like almond paste stuff. Delicious. So yeah, that's cool. Rosa, but it's still depressing when stickers get that old, yeah. I just checked and they don't have the digital instructions on their site yet. I see. Yeah, I guess you just have to buy the set to get them. But they might be available at some point, I guess. Yeah, some discussion about stickers. Yeah, obviously everybody likes printed pieces better than stickers. I think we can all agree to that. But obviously, especially for something like the Speed Champions, it's a bit unrealistic to expect them to print every one of those stickers. Okay. One of those. Is the green brick separator a Lego? Oh yeah, this is Lego. Old school Lego brick separator. I find them actually super handy in certain situations. The angle of attack is a lot bigger. They're also just a lot sturdier than the new Lego ones. So if you need to get in to a tight space, it's actually easier to use these ones. But yeah, it's old school Lego sticker or Lego brick separator. Brian the Brick, how many sets have you designed for CADA? This will be the third one. Brian the Brick, are they popular? Yeah, I think they're pretty popular. It's a pretty well-established brand nowadays. Certainly in Europe, I would guess more than North America. And I would guess in Asia too, for sure, since they are based out of China. One, two, 2x4. Brian the Brick, how about Lego ideas? How many sets do you have there? How many did people buy? I had two Lego idea sets. I mean, how many did people buy? It's a good question. I'm sure they sent me numbers at some point, but I'm sure I'm not allowed to share those. So, I mean, I can't remember anyway, so. Oh yeah, kranzakaya. It's actually a New Year's dessert. I see. Stickers are kind of fun to put on sometimes. I see, yeah. It gives you more of a model kind of feel to it. I feel ya. Oh my god, we finally got to put this thing on. So here we have a prairie dog entrance, which we are going to stick on. Oh yeah, we're coming together now. Now we're cooking. Oh yeah, dessert's really good if it's made correctly. Yeah. There's a Danish club here in Ottawa with a bunch of expats, and I would often help them in their, or we would often bring Lego to their annual Christmas celebrations for the kids to play with, and we would display models as well. Because Lego is obviously a big part of their, I guess, heritage, their identity. I don't know. And obviously all the kids love playing with Lego. So, but they would often have some desserts like that available, which was pretty cool and delicious. But for whatever reason, we haven't done that in a long time because I think they changed organizers And for whatever reason, the new organization team is not interested in having us display Lego models anymore. Eric, CADA does have your other two sets there. They probably just haven't. Oh, for the digital instructions? Yeah, I see. Yeah, so they should probably be available soon. I don't know if they have like a certain time delay after releasing a set before they make the instructions available. Who knows? Oh, yeah. I do love me some good vegetation. Dr. Random, I mainly just don't like how stickers don't really last long before they start to peel up and collect dust again. Eric, I have the first two sets from CADA and built them both. They are great. I even bought the orrery for my friend this past Christmas. Oh, cheers. Appreciate that. That's cool. What do we got going on here? One by two. In the middle. Okay, we definitely had to turn this. This goes along the back. One by three tile. The Kiwo, I always wonder how many idea sets get produced sold. That would be a very good reason for me to reach 10,000 supporters and have a mock become a set. Yeah, I mean, I think it varies a lot depending on the model, obviously. Just like any Lego set. I'm sure it varies like a ton on Lego idea sets because some of them are much more popular than others. I'm sure the Saturn V, oh man, I bet that set sold like a couple 100,000 units. Who knows? Like even more maybe. I'm sure we're talking like huge numbers for that one because that had multiple production runs. It was very, very popular. But then some of the early days ones, I bet they were like super limited. You know, maybe like tens of thousands of units. Okay, we've got some arms for a prairie dog. And then we have a head. We're making a head. Finally got to make a head for that guy. Oh, Mate. I like your pop-up book. Nice decorations. Interesting idea set. Yeah. Thanks. I mean, that was done with Grant Davis, another super talented builder. It was his original idea, actually, and he brought me on board to help him refine the mechanics. Worked out well for me. Well, and him. Obviously, Lego changed that quite a bit from our original submission in terms of appearance and aesthetics, and turned out really great. Brian the Brick, which sets did you design on Lego Ideas? Yeah, the Maze and the Pop-Up Book. They're pretty old by today's standards. Oh, don't lose the tail. I was gonna test how this head moved, but oh no, my tail's stuck. I gotta make sure the tail doesn't. Oh no, why is the head not? Oh, there we go. Sort of. Oh no, might have to do some troubleshooting on the head. Oh, it kind of moves. It's not moving as well as it should be, though. I might have to investigate that a little bit. Should have been doing some more testing before I was finishing it all up. Okay, now we're finally into the last prairie dog. Oh, our hammer is back. I'm back. How do you like it so far? So far, so good. Only a few minor issues. With the instructions not matching. My prototype digital instructions. But we put one sticker on so far. That's all we got so far. Happy Prairie Dogs. Oh, 1x2. Our hammer likes the old school brick separator. Yeah, I had to bust this out. I put two plates together that weren't supposed to go together. I needed some extra leverage, so I had to bust out the old school brick separator. Definitely much more effective when you need more power. Oops. Okay, prairie dog coming together. Where's that? There it is. Oh, finally I found my 1x1/4 round tile, so I can put this corner bit in. Excellent. That was hiding. Okay, here we go. Oh, I need. Yeah, that's a cute prairie dog. Again, this prairie dog is anchored at an angle using some cool tricksy angled building techniques. But yeah, he kind of blends in with the ground, maybe. I guess that's the whole point of the prairie dogs being tan, is that they are kind of camouflaged. Oh no! Oh no, my prairie dog! What happened? Poor prairie dog. Oh no, surgery time. Do some subtle prairie dog fell out. Okay, I'm just going to make sure everything works before we close it back up. Okay, that's looking good. I'm actually going to take this guy off to make sure his head has enough freedom of movement to turn. Okay, you can do it. This is why you test everything before you put it all together. Okay, let's just make sure this is all working well. I think I'm just gonna pop this off. Stick the head on. Oh, there we go. I just had the axle pushed in a little bit too much. I should have tested all that before. But you know how it is. Brian the Brick. Does building with Lego make you hungry? Yeah. You're always eating snacks on stream. Actually, I rarely eat snacks on stream. What are you talking about? How's the quality of these CADA bricks? They are great. Yeah, the clutch power was very consistent throughout. Okay, can I actually put all this together without ruining anything? Let me put my hill back together. And this back together. I guess that should go first. Stick that on. Excellent. Okay. We have some good action going on. Always test everything before you... Oh, clearly this support fell out. Obviously not necessary. Where's my other prairie dog with the tail? Okay, we got all our action going. Nice. Super cool. Is the design of the prairie dogs equal to your own design of them? It is slightly different. The motion of this one, and this one, and this one are exactly the same. The mechanism for the mouth opening and closing is the same as the one we designed, except on our version, the whole prairie dog would like stand up and sit down. Whereas on this one, the mouth just opens and closes. Excellent. Okay, on to the decorations. Oh, I also forgot. Is this what somebody mentioned? They forgot this round panel over here. I'll stick that in there. Okay, now we get to build some fun signs. To decorate it all up. Oh my God, what's wrong with this pin? Okay, we got a sign. Apparently we put sticker number 4 on. And unlike Lego, they have no problem putting a sticker across multiple tiles. Very interesting. No fighting. No fighting allowed on this prairie dog colony. No fighting. Hilarious. What else do we got? We got another sticker coming up. Another sign. It's like a stop sign of some sort. Is it a big deal to modify the prairie dog with the opening mouth to go up and down? Actually, no, it's not. Actually, the entire prairie dog can just be, as I said, the mechanism is exactly the same. You just have to rebuild the prairie dog itself. And you can actually rebuild it using the instructions from the original model. And you should just be able to pull the prairie dog off and put the original back on. I mean, you might have to take off this to make sure you don't lose the piston inside, but obviously it would be easier to do as you're building it. You could just, when you go to the point of building this prairie dog, you could just build it the way I originally did. Beware of eagle. Awesome. Or birds in general, I guess. I'm not sure how, if prairie dogs are like a natural predator or prey of eagles, but oh my god, and this sticker is covering all 5 of these. That's kind of crazy. Things that would never happen in a Lego set. And then we got to build some cactuses. Oh, I lost this piece when I was messing around. It is cactus time. Is it necessary to have 3 different brick separators to build this set? I mean, I did not use this one at all, so I guess no. Rosh, yeah, it's something I don't like about CADA. Multiple stickers over connected Technic bricks too. Makes it impossible to fully disassemble sets. Yeah. I can totally see if that is not something you want to do. I do like the design of these cacti, actually. They are pretty nice looking cacti. They're even flowering. Heard the garage door. Kristal is about to come in. Oh, Duba's home.
Are we still live streaming?
We're still live streaming. You should come say hello. and see the prairie dogs.
My thing went longer. How do I? Oh, hi. No, there we go. Hi, everybody. Oh, look at you. Oh, you're getting close at least.
We're almost done. We got movement.
These signs are ridiculous.
No fighting, Dubois.
No fighting.
No fighting.
Happy Prairie Dogs. Is that a peach? So
I think it's a paw with claws.
Yes, okay, that's better. That's great. How's this going? You've been at this for quite a while.
Yeah, we're at almost 3.5 hours. I think we're at the longest.
Is that 3.5 hours in the second set, or the second go?
I mean, I didn't start. I didn't actually start building before the internet died.
Oh, okay.
I just opened the box and.
I see. Well, you're getting close.
But we're almost done, and everybody says hi.
Hi, everybody. Oh, hi. Look at that.
Okay, where does this one go? This one goes here. You should get a minifig. Random minifig. Somebody requested minifigs. We also got babies. I actually ordered new baby figs, so I have a bunch of babies.
Wonderful. What am I doing with this minifig with the one skate on?
We're just gonna see how the mutant
Mutant
prairie dogs. We can have this person riding the prairie dog. If the prairie dogs were actually this big, I'm sure we would train them.
Oh yeah.
To be pack animals. Oh yeah. You should actually.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about dinner plans.
Look at my phone. I turned notifications off. I don't know if anybody.
I was going to text you and tell you I won't be home till 5, but then I saw you were live streaming still, so I just came home.
Anyway, you might want to go prepare. We're having friends over for dinner, so.
Okay, morning.
Kristal,
bye, everybody.
Kristal should go prepare for that. Although we're almost wrapping up here. Where's my babies? Well, here we go. We got some babies. Prairie dog babies. I think there's one more sign to build, and then we will. Oh yeah, but then we got the cardboard insert to deal with too. One bright orange 4x6 plate. And sand green, interesting. And clearly they don't mess around with stickers on multiple plates or multiple pieces. Just embrace it. But yeah, as someone who sent it in the chat, Lego used to do that all the time too. I definitely have a lot of old school sets with stickers over multiple pieces, but I mean, I think it is a good policy to have to not do that, because it does allow more flexibility and people reusing the parts. Happy prairie dogs. Everybody wants happy prairie dogs. Nobody wants sad prairie dogs. So that is it for the stickers. And then we get some random fences. I think they really went nuts when they decided to add detail to this model. I mean, I don't know if the fences are really necessary. Really? What do you need fences for? Everybody needs to contain the prairie dogs. Because they're a menace to society. Oh yeah, Dr. Random. I guess you could carefully use a craft knife to carefully separate the stickers. Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what I used to do when I was a kid. I'll just take like an X-Acto knife and cut the... Oh, interesting. Oh, there it is. Cut along the seams to separate the parts. Of course, when I was a kid, I didn't care too much about the Lego. Oh, there's one more. Oh, two more cactuses. Oh my gosh, so many cacti. Okay, way behind the chat again. Did you get more Benny babies? Not yet. No. I mean, I still have the ones in the sealed boxes, but I haven't got around to opening them yet. Just got some regular babies. Bill, is dinner going to be roasted prairie dogs? No, I think we might just order in. The new Lebanese bakery just opened down the street, so I think we might try that out. Okay, I clearly lost some pieces when I was... oh, no, that goes right there. That goes inside the model. When I took it apart to fix the mechanism. Okay. But we do have one sign in the back. So weird. Clearly I put this in the wrong spot. There we go. That's better. Okay, so last step is this crazy cardboard insert that they have. A little backdrop. Which is kind of interesting. I mean, Lego uses mixed media all the time for like wings, like plastic material for the sails on the Technic ships and stuff. Even back in the day, they had these Harry Potter sets that had like cardboard backdrops. But that is it. Okay, we're gonna stick a motor on this so we can get going like gangbusters. So in theory, the way they have it, I can just literally, they have the friction pin and everything all ready to go. Just stick a motor on. Hopefully this battery has juice. Does sound like a bit like a freight train, but yeah, I feel like we need to gear it up even. It's like way too slow. which we can do. I'm just gonna take that out. We're gonna gear it up 3-to-1. I just stuck an 8-tooth gear on the drive, and then I'm gonna stick this beside it, 24-tooth gear. I have to hold it though. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're cooking. Now those are some Happy Prairie Dogs. Wow, the sign definitely says Happy Prairie Dogs, so it's very accurate. But yeah, there we go. What do you think, little Dubois? Kristal came back.
Good.
They're Happy Prairie Dogs.
Still very confused about the peach sign. I just see peach. But other than that, it looks really cute.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I think if you were building, it is a bit busy, I think, but you could definitely just remove some of these signs.
Well, the prairie dogs are cute, though. I like them.
The prairie dogs are quite cute. Even some of the cactus. Maybe like one cactus in the front. The fences, completely unnecessary. I don't know why there's fences here. But, there we go. Everybody likes Happy Prairie Dogs. Well, even just the subtle Happy Prairie Dog sign at the front. Oh, yeah.
And a random
And some random babies.
Perfect.
Okay, tail is gonna fly off. No, I think the tail is no problems. I'm concerned about some of the other things. The mouth maybe, but it seemed to handle it okay. They should do a new Lego series, just like the modular buildings. New Lego set every year. Animals from the zoo.
It's cute.
Okay, anyway. I'm going to lower this camera a bit. Maybe, if I can. I'm going to zoom in. It's a bit out of focus. And then we're going to send you off with some turbo prairie. No, I'm just going to go regular speed. But I think we'll call it a day. I think this is definitely the longest stream in JK Brickworks history. Thanks for everybody for joining. I will post some like a short of this at some point, and probably some like long form video. Oh yeah, before I guess we'll look. I can't see anything without any lighting. It's actually really hard to see anything. But you can look on the inside to see some of the mechanism. And then of course the ant colony in the side.
That's good.
But yeah, thanks everybody for joining. Thanks for all the mods as usual. And don't forget the comparison to your mock, please. Yes, we'll definitely do a comparison. Even pics on your Instagram would be fine. Yeah. Nice stream as always. Yep. Thanks everybody else for joining. And we'll turn this on and sign off. See you everybody.